Hello and welcome back. I am back after a very long hiatus, and I will have a video posted probably before you see this video of why I was gone for so long. But nonetheless, we are going to be starting a new series here on the channel, and it will be a Madden 20/21 modded franchise. I have downloaded some mods to go with Madden franchise, and those include the CFM Revival mod, the Start Today mod, and the updated Washington Redskins. Excuse me, not the Washington Redskins, the Washington football team with their updated logo and team name will be inserted after year one. This also includes the new Rams logo and jersey, the relocated Las Vegas Raiders, and updated jerseys for the Browns, the Falcons, etc., etc. As you can see in the top right, we are taking over the Detroit Lions. I've decided just to go with the real owner of the Detroit Lions, and not make up a random generated character and just go with what they have. So we are taking over the Detroit Lions, and we're gonna look to improve and rebuild this team to be a contender once again. I don't know if they've ever been a contender, but our goal is to make this team into a contender. They do have some nice pieces, but they are quite a few pieces away from being anywhere close to playoff caliber. We are in week 4 of the preseason. We have to cut 22 players. But before we do that, we're going to go over the roster. In the quarterback room, we have our starter, Matthew Stafford, the 11-year quarterback out of Georgia. 32 years old, 82 overall, is signed for the next 3 years at a pretty hefty cap hit. Chase Daniel is our backup and will be our backup for this year at least. David Bluff would either be on the practice squad or he'll just be cut. In the running back room, we got 2 very young and capable starters in Kerryon Johnson and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift was selected in the second round of this past year's draft. A very nice pickup for them, and he's going to look to carry the offense and be the first Lions running back to have 1,000 yards in a season since Reggie Bush. Bo Scarborough, Ty Johnson, Jason Huntley, and Wes Hillis round out the running back room. Our fullback is Nick Bawden. Our wide receiver room is featuring Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola, Quintez Cephas, Marvin Hall Jr., Malik Turner, Travis Fulgham, Geronimo Allison, and Chris Lacey. Tight end room is featuring TJ Hawkinson, Jesse James, Isaac Natua, Hunter Bryant, and Shane O'Grady. Left tackle is Taylor Decker and Cody Glenn. Left guard, Joe Dahl, Caleb Beanich, Kenny Wiggins, and Lincoln Stenberg. Centers, Frank Ragnow, Ryan Khalil, and Bo Benchwal. Right guard, Jonah Jackson and Ode Abushi. Right tackle, Tyrell Crosby and Halaputa Vaitai Vaitai. Left end, we have Deshaun Hand, Romeo Aquara, and Austin Bryant. And right end, we have Trey Flowers and Jashawn Cornell. Defensive tackle, we have Danny Shelton, Nick Williams, John Atkins, John Penicini, Kevin Strawn, and Frank Herron. Cameron Wake, Jamie Collins, Christian Jones, Julian Aquara, and Jalen Reeves-Maben rounded the outside linebacking group. Inside linebacker, we have Jelani Tavai, Jared Davis, Reggie Ragland, Elijah Lee, and Jason Cabina. Cornerback, we have Desmond Trufant, who signed for the next 2 years. Jeff Okuda, the 3rd overall pick in this past year's draft out of Ohio State, is going to look to be a key cog in our defense for years to come. Justin Coleman, a nice slot guy. Daryl Roberts, Amani Aurorier, Mike Ford, Michael Jackson Sr., Chase Lucas, Trajan Bandy. Free safety, we have Tracy Walker, Will Harris, Miles Killebrew, CJ Moore. Strong safety, we have Doran Harmon, Sharon Kurse, and Jalen Elliott. Our kicker is Matt Prater, and our punter is Jack Fox. So that's about it for the roster. Now we can start getting into some trades and some cuts. First off, I'm going to make a trade here. Manual trade, we are going to be trading wide receiver Marvin Jones Jr. off the team. He is 30 years old, 81 overall. He is signed to only one more year. Might as well look to get something for him while we can. And the team that I am thinking about trading him to would be the LA Chargers. They could use another receiver behind Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. They did bring in Josh Gordon, but what's one more receiver to add for Justin Herbert and Tyrod Taylor? So I'm thinking I can at least get a second out of this, but considering it's a pretty hefty cap hit, I would be okay with going for a third-round pick, and maybe let's go with like a sixth-round pick in next year's draft. So Marvin Jones Jr. to the LA Chargers for a 2021 third and a 2022 sixth-round pick. It does not go through. Okay, they only have 4-star feedback for him, 4-star value, I should say. So I don't think we'll be able to get that third. But let's go for a 4 and a 6, just like we were before. So a 2021 fourth and a 2022 sixth. Will that go through? The trade offer was accepted. So we have shipped off Marvin Jones Jr. to the LA Chargers for a 4th-round pick in this year's draft and a 6th-round pick in next year's draft. Is there anybody else that I am willing to trade? Not really. We could trade Danny Amendola. How long does he sign for? 1 more year at $5 million. Couldn't see this. Yeah, let's look to move Danny Amendola. Let's see. What team has green value for him? The 49ers. They could use some Danny Amendola, that's for sure. Jalen Hurd. Second-year man out of Baylor. I like that agility. Let's go after Jalen Hurd and like a 7th-round pick in next year's draft. So Danny Amendola to the Niners for Jalen Hurd and a 2022 7th. The trade will go through. Anybody else? Tight end? No. Tackles? No. We're good. Pretty much everywhere else. I think that should be about it. We could trade Nick Williams, but we gotta have some options too. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. All right, let's get into the cuts. So we have 21 players to cut, or 10 players to add to the practice squad. So let's go in order here from quarterback down to kicker. Stafford's our starter. Daniel's our backup. David Bluff can be on the practice squad. Running backs. Swift, Johnson. We could cut Scarborough. 88 speed, 84 acceleration. What do we got on him? 30 86 truck, and I'd like to hold on Bo Scarborough. Jason Huntley. Ty Johnson. Wes Hillis we can cut. We can add Ty Johnson to the practice squad. Could go 4 running backs. I'll come back to that later on, maybe. Wide receiver. So we got 1, 2, 3. Got him 4, 5, 6, 7. Add him to the practice squad, and we'll cut him. Pretty weak room, but they're young, and I want to play them. Tight end. T.J. Hawkinson, Jesse James, Hunter Bryant, Isaac Natua. We'll just cut him and add Shane O'Grady to the practice squad. Left tackle, fine. Left guard, can cut him. And Caleb Beanich. Centers, we're fine. Right guard, we're fine. Right tackle, we're fine. Left end, we're fine. Right end, we're fine. Defensive tackle, Frank Herron. can add to the practice squad along with Kevin Strong. Outside linebacker, we're fine. Reggie Ragland. 3, 4. Jason Kumina to the practice squad. Elijah Lee can get cut. We're good there. Cornerbacks. 1, 2, 3. Could cut him, but that's a pretty... how long is he signed for? Is that 2 years? I'll be fine with taking the penalty for 1 year. Yeah. We can cut Dale Roberts. 4. Mike Ford. Then we got 5. Chase Lucas, practice squad. Michael Jackson Sr. Practice squad for Brandy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go with free safety. 1, 2. Miles Killebrew. Can cut. CJ Moore to the practice squad. 2 more. Jalen Elliott can get cut. Kickers, punters, and then let's just cut Mike Ford. Okay. This is the 53-man roster. Let's edit the depth chart. Kerryon Johnson will be the main back. DeAndre Swift will be right behind him. Let's actually start DeAndre Swift and Kerryon Johnson could be like the power back. And even third down back. Wide receivers, Kenny Galladay, Quintez Cephas, Malik Turner, Jalen Hurd, Travis Fulgham. Tight end, Hawkinson, James Bryant, Decker, Dahl, Ragnow, Johnny Jackson, Cordy Clint, Halaputa Vaitai, and Tyrell Crosby can be like that. Left end, good. Right end, good. Defensive tackle, good. Outside linebacker, Cameron Wake, Jamie Collins, who was injured. McQuarrie can go there. Middle linebacker, Tavai, Davis, Ragland, Reeves. I'm actually going to have Reggie Ragland as an outside linebacker here at the right side. So it would feature something like that. Oh, Julian Okwara can go right there. Cornerback, number 1 is Desmond Trufant. Number 2 is going to be Jeff Okudah, Justin Coleman, Amani Oruwariye, Michael Jackson Sr. Free safety, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, good. Daron Harmon, Jaron Curse, it's fine. Kick returner, I don't want Swift returning kicks. I'll give it to Jalen Hurd. And Malik Turner, sure. Then same thing. Hurd and Turner. Kickoff starter, fine. Lawn snapper can be Abushi. Third down running back, DeAndre Swift, Kerryon Johnson. Huntley, power back, Kerryon Johnson, Bo Scarborough, DeAndre Swift. Slot receiver. Okay. So Cephas is number 2. Hurd, I want 3. Nick Turner and Travis Fulgham. Rush left end. Let's make it Cameron Wake. Deshaun Hammond's going to be a rush DT. Got Reggie Ragland there. And Julian Okwara. Right end. There's going to be Flowers is also going to be a rush DT, so we can... Actually, no, he can be out there on the outside. Austin Bryant can be right there. Rush defensive tackle, Deshaun Hand. And Trey Flowers. And Romeo Okwara. So that means I need Julian Okwara to be right there. Good. Sub linebackers, Shalani Tavai, Jura Davis. Slot corner, Justin Coleman, Amani Oruwariye, and Michael Jackson Sr. We have 10 guys on the practice squad. We're all good to go. Let's sim to week number 1 against the Chicago Bears. And there we have it. We are week 1. We have an injury. Who is it to? Reggie Ragland. Well, there goes that plan of having him on the outside linebacker spot. But I don't think he was starting, to be fair. He was not. It was Aquara. Okay. Yeah, we're still good. We do got some upgrade points. All right. I also have the new T-Dog's progression and regression tool installed. I should have mentioned that earlier. But this is how we will be upgrading or improving our players, is with his tool. It is very, very in-depth. It's much, much better than what EA has. It's just so much better. Take a look at our team, our final roster. Kenny Galladay, Cephas, Turner. It's a young team. It's an inexperienced team. It's a bad team. We are going to be pretty bad. It's not going to be pretty, but it's a development year for us. Here in Chris section, you start over to Ron Harmon. Brighter pastures ahead. We're looking at the horizon. We'll get there. It's just going to take some time. I want to thank you guys for watching. The next episode will be week 1 against the Chicago Bears, where we will play the entirety of the game. No play the moments. A full game with the Detroit Lions. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next episode.